So, to properly tell this story, I feel the need to provide some background info and a little bit of context, and something that I like to call the prelude. The story takes place around 2013, my sophomore year in high school, and the school year had just started and everything was popping off. For me, the soccer season was just getting underway, and I was really looking forward to the rest of the year. Specifically in the near future, I was looking forward to the homecoming dance. Although it certainly was not required to obtain a date, it was one of the few opportunities that I had as a sophomore to spend some quality time with a lady. So I began thinking about who I should ask, and I started to make a list of people who I believed to be legitimately obtainable, someone in my range, and after I did that, I just immediately threw that out the window. The next day at soccer practice, I tell the guys who I'm thinking about asking, and I receive an overwhelmingly supportive response. And at this point, I'm fully committed. I was going to ask Haley Sisicki. Despite the fact that I think over the top homecoming proposals are obnoxious and unnecessary, I knew that if I wanted to win Haley's heart, I was going to have to play the game. I began scouring Google for the cutest homecoming proposal ideas, and I stumbled upon one that I thought was pretty good, where basically I would buy her pizza and deliver the line, this may sound cheesy, but I was wondering if you would go to homecoming with me. The stage was set and my plan was forged in stone. Next Friday, all the soccer guys met at Justin's house for a little get together, and sometime during that party, I decided that my plan needed to be executed tonight. So I head to the bathroom since it was the quietest place in the house, and I call up Papa John's. Papa John's, what can I get you? Hi, I'm looking to get a small pepperoni pie, and I was also wondering if maybe you guys could do me just a huge solid and arrange the pepperonis in the shape of a heart. Yeah, unfortunately, we are unable to help you out with the pepperoni situation due to our company policy, but are you still interested in getting the pizza? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's not like you guys are like completely ruining my plans or anything. Like, it's fine, whatever. All right, great. It's going to be $8.99 when you come to pick it up. So I hang up the phone, and at that point the party was more or less over, so a couple of the guys offer me a ride to Papa John's since I can't drive, and we're on our way. We get to Papa John's, I pay for the pizza, no problem, and we head off to Haley's house. On the way to Haley's house, someone in the car said something like, Jared, you can't just walk up to Haley's house with an ordinary pizza and expect her to say yes to you. And at this critical hour, I was in no position to argue, so we pull into a nearby convenience store where I got a Sharpie and I write the pickup line on the pizza box so it was abundantly clear what was going on. After that situation was sorted out, everyone jumped back in the car and, well, the car doesn't start. Panic seizes my body. I'm genuinely concerned that I might not be able to deliver this pizza on time. And as if God himself was watching over me at this exact instant, Luke tried to start his car again, and the engine turns over. We are back on the road, and we pull up a couple houses away from Haley's. This whole time, I had been texting Haley, and our text went something like this. Hey, smiley face. Hey, with like three Y's and a winky face. So you know that she was super into me. And from that point, we had some pretty casual small talk, and I decided to drop this bomb on her. And before you think, that's super creepy, just know that we were practically neighbors, so it was okay. She responds as expected, and I'm practically on my knees at this point, begging her. She tells me she's grounded, and I'm like, grounded? Are you serious? I was ready to give up, but the guys in the car convinced me to go to the door. As I get out, all the other dudes do too, and they go and hide across the street. I walk up and ring the doorbell. My mom answers the door, and we engage in some conversation, and she calls for Haley. Haley, Haley. But unfortunately, Haley is nowhere to be found. Well, why don't you just step on in? She asks. I think she's in the basement. You can go ahead and go down there. So I go to this basement, in which I have never been in, and I was looking for Haley. Haley was not down there. I go back up the stairs and I tell Mrs. Sisiki, and she directs me to Haley's room. And I was like, wait, her room? But I had come too far to back down, so I marched up those stairs and I knocked on her door. In that moment, I decided to trash the pickup line, and I just asked her with the pizza. She was flustered, but said yes. I went in for a hug. Major success. I left the house, and all the dudes across the street come out from their hiding spots. And I'm not gonna lie to you, we celebrated pretty hard. There were a lot of high fives, fist bumps. I was the man. I got dropped off, and word spreads pretty quickly that Jared Homan stole Haley Sisiki's heart. And there were tweets like, Jared is a legend. I was getting congratulatory texts. I had defied the odds, and I was going to homecoming with Haley Sisiki. Until she called me 30 minutes later and backed out. It was the best 30 minutes of my life, though, and I wouldn't trade them for the world.